I could not fall asleep without telling you about the Pluto Polarity Point. If you know astrology, and you know your sun sign and your moon sign and your rising sign and all the planets, and you know Pluto, you probably don't know about the Pluto Polarity Point. It is not on most birth charts when you put in your info and you pull up the circular chart with the, all the aspects and everything. It doesn't show the Pluto Polarity Point. But just like with the North and South Node, the Pluto Polarity Point is directly opposite of Pluto in your chart. So if you have Pluto in Scorpio, if you have Pluto in Sagittarius, it will be in the sign exactly opposite. So opposite of Scorpio is Taurus, opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini. So your polarity point is in that sign opposite of Pluto. This is a big one. If you remember in my other episodes about the North Node, I explained that after discovering your South Node, you begin on a journey through your birth chart. And it starts at the South Node where you're at. And you take what you appreciate about your South Node with you on your journey. And you try along the way to let go of the things about your South Node that you don't need anymore. And on your way, you learn about all the other planets and you start to synthesize your chart. And then you get up to the peak of this mountain and you think you've figured it all out. And all of a sudden, now that you've learned so much about yourself, you can see the North Node, but it is on another mountain. And there's a valley across in between the mountain you're on and the mountain you need to get to. The thing about the Pluto Polarity Point is that it is the other mountain. Okay? So the North Node is at the top of that mountain. The Pluto Polarity Point is the whole mountain. So without embodying and completely embracing the part of you that wants to be the polarity point, you won't get to your North Node. It'll be like getting to, I don't know, any achievement without actually having it, if that makes sense. It's kind of imposter syndrome-y, if you know what I mean. You have the thing, but you didn't earn it. It's not yours. I hope that made sense. So, Pluto is what your soul has dealt with and what it knows on a really deep, dark karmic level. It's the stuff you've been through and you're insecure, what makes you feel secure. Insecurity or security. It's your security blanket. It's similar to the South Node in the way that it is what you're used to and your comfort zone. But it goes a lot deeper and, like I said, darker than the South Node. So it isn't something you can let go of. It's basically your past, your childhood, your issues, and it just is what it is. You live with it. You take it with you. It makes you stronger, smarter, and you need it. But it's not who you are, and it's not the foundation of this life. It is just baggage. Whereas the South Node baggage is stuff that you do need to let go of. But on your journey across this valley, you are picking up tools to use on your way up the Pluto Polarity Point mountain to your North Node. So it's not as scary as your North Node is. For example, I do have my PPP. That doesn't sound better than Pluto Polarity Point. It's just less of a mouthful. I do have mine in Taurus because my Pluto's in Scorpio, and if you're born between, like, I forget, 1985 and 1996 or something around that, close to that, you have a Scorpio Pluto. So your polarity point will be in Taurus if you're born in those years. And so that means we need to become Taurus. It's not the same as with the North Node, where you need to live your North Node and you need to do your North Node. With the polarity point, it's more of become it. And it's more like natural. It's less work. So you're going to get there no matter what. Unlike the North Node, which is something you have to work toward. And the work is the polarity point. So you're already going to be on the polarity point mountain, but if you're not putting in the focused work to get there, you will just be like, taking trails around the mountain, going down and up and over and camping for a while, maybe building a cabin, but you won't actually get all the way up without concerted effort. So I think this is really beautiful and amazing that the birth chart is really a map. And it is not just like a map that you can buy at a store with just the lines around the states and the little lines for rivers and roads. It is a cosmic, geographical, mountainous map. It's so much more. It's beyond explanation. But it's not just a map, it's also a blueprint, and it's a definition, and it is the code. It is like the code for you. If your soul or your higher self or the universe or God were to write code and print it out, it would look like your chart, in my opinion. And it's just, most people don't understand how helpful it would be to have that, to help you navigate through this weird life that has no instructions. It's just free for all. Do what your parents did. Do what society does. That's not fun or easy for people like you and me. We like to do it our own way and follow our heart and our soul and listen to our intuition. And astrology is really like the map and the language and the math for our intuition and our soul purpose. And I figured this out. I figured out an easy way of pulling together spirituality, motherhood, and astrology to do inner child healing, soul purpose directing, mother wound work, mother line clearing, karmic unraveling, to figure out what you're doing here, why you're in this life, why you look like that, why you live like that, why these people are around you. I figured it out. I understand mine completely. There are still some things that I'm like, ooh, now that makes sense. Oh, I see that now. But the underlying fundamental explanation of me and what I'm doing here, got it. And I can help you get yours too. I would love to help you. Mostly because I'm a nerd for astrology and I really love talking about motherhood and spirituality. And I love hearing your story and what you're going through. But also, I would just love to know that I can do that for you. And see what you take from it and where you go. That would be so cool. So, I offer a really, really cool coaching package. It is on my website, motherevolving.org. It is a group coaching cohort where we go through all of this step by step, integrating astrology, spirituality, motherhood, and healing into each group session, homework, meditations, visualizations, and conversations. We connect, we create a community, and we do it together. We do all of it, step by step, holding hands in a circle of sacred motherhood, sisterhood, womanhood, and then we rise together, which is what we're meant to do. I would love to see you there. It'll be fun. If you are interested, register for a clarity consultation call for free to talk to me about what you're doing, what your goals are, what you hope to accomplish, and whether you think I could help. Thank you so much for watching. Check out your Pluto Polarity Point.